So this is me when I was about 15, 16. That sweater is Esprit, in case. Okay. I'd always go to the Esprit outlet in San Francisco. That sweater was probably like $5, and okay, good. We could talk about that afterwards. Okay. And so in my freshman year, I did not get into the Catholic high school that I always thought I would attend. Instead, I went to Alameda High. And in Alameda High, I had an IEP, which is an individualized education plan. And that meant that I was part of special ed and the resource room. So in order to qualify for special ed services, which is a bouillabaisse of services, it can be anything from speech therapy to a class that the student goes to for all or part of the day, to the resource room. And specifically, my teacher, Miss Bramlett, who I'm gonna be talking about a lot because she's like the greatest, she didn't want the kids at Alameda High to be in a segregated classroom, so she pushed for the kids to be in all the classrooms and paras to be put into those classes. And that made a significant change in how we interacted at the school. And for me, I started to, when I was 14 and a half, I started to work, and I worked at the daycare that my aunt worked at. And to go along with that, I started taking child development classes that when I went to Chabot, I took even more so that I could get my 12 credits so that I could be a teacher at the school and get paid more. And finding work at that age helped me to realize that I had something else to offer. When you are measured by reading, writing, math all day long at school, you don't think that you can do much more than that. And when I started to work and realized that I was good at that, I was good at working with kids, I had fun with it, it started to give me self-esteem, and it started to give me some agency in the world. And when I took the child development class, Miss Bramlett, who is here, this is Miss Bramlett. This is when we had lunch in Los Angeles about 2 years ago. And Miss Bramlett, at my last IEP, she said that she observed me in the early childhood development class, and that was the day that I was the head teacher, because it was a great class, because we did the theory on 3 days, and then we had a preschool on 2 days, so we got to have a practical experience too, and that practical experience for people who learn in a hands-on way is essential to applying what they learn. And so that practical piece really needs to be emphasized, especially in certain areas. And so Miss Bramlett observed me being a teacher, and what she said at the IEP is, Nina, you were such a good teacher because I did circle time, and my circle time kicks ass. Like, please. Like, I can make 2-year-olds sit for a half hour. Like, I'm that good. I'm that good. Yeah, thank you. And now those skills have transferred into telling jokes to intoxicated people in bars. So it all works out. See how that is? Okay, so Miss Bramlett, at the IEP said, I saw you do circle time, and watching you was like watching Lily Tomlin. And Lily Tomlin, for those of you, she's a okay, yeah, good. And Lily Tomlin was a hero of mine, and Miss Bramlett didn't know it. She didn't know that I was pining away to be a stand-up comic. She had no idea. But she shared this authentic feedback with me that I was able to take in. And it just wasn't like, good job, you did a good job in circle time, they paid attention. It was super authentic to who I was and to who she was and the relationship we had. And that IEP was one of those things that helped to change how I thought of myself, along with my relationship with her. And Miss Bramlett, since my book came out, she drove up from LA to Alameda and to Calistoga to attend 2 of my readings. So she's still an incredible part of my life and always the first one to like my Facebook statuses. So appreciate that. And also, this is me meeting Lily Tomlin. I know, you're so jealous, right? Yes. And that sock puppet, you're like, why the hell is there a sock puppet in this picture? In 3rd grade, I had to make a sock puppet that I named Edith Ann. You remember Edith Ann? Like, okay. And so Edith Ann got to meet Lily Tomlin, and she signed her sock puppet. And so now I have it in a frame. I'm very excited.